Hey everybody, Star 6 Wars 1 here, and welcome to the next movie of Anime Movie Month 3. For this one, we're going to be taking a look at Tokyo Godfathers. Now, this movie was directed by Satoshi Kon. Now, if you've seen my Perfect Blue review, you'll know that I didn't have the most positive opinion of Perfect Blue. And to be honest, I was kind of hesitant to watch Tokyo Godfathers because of that. But at the same time, it takes place during the holidays, and I absolutely love the holidays, so I was willing to give this one a shot. Did it deserve that shot, or was it a complete miss? Well, let's find out. First up, the story. The premise, aka the setup, is three homeless people, Hana, Jin, and Miyuki, find this baby and decide to return it to its family. Now, what I really like about the premise is that it can set up for a very heartwarming premise. Now, is it heartwarming? For the most part, yes. It does have some really dark moments, and it's very centered in real life. And it shows that because it's both kind of dark at times, but it has some heartwarming moments. What I really, really liked about the story too was the themes. Family, forgiveness, love. A lot of the things you would see in a lot of holiday-related films, all wrapped up into one package and executed so well. Some of the best I've seen in quite a while. And that's coming from a guy who really likes Christmas specials. This was one where it was executed at some of its best. Honestly, I really love the story of Tokyo Godfathers, and I got attached to it very quickly. Now, what do I think of the characters? First up, let's go with Jin. Jin is homeless due to alcoholism and due to some previously bad scenarios. Now, I actually really like Jin. You can understand his character perfectly fine, and he is generally kind of likable. He does have his douche moments, but he's still likable enough that you tend to like the character. Not much more needs to be said on that, but I really like Jin. Next up is Miyuki, who is a runaway teen girl who ran away from home for circumstances that I'd rather not explain. Now, is she a good character? I like her enough. And honestly, I think her journey through the story is both heartwarming and heartbreaking at the same... It's more heartbreaking. And admittedly, it does have its problems, but I honestly think it's a pretty decent little thing. So, honestly, I like her character too. Now we come to my favorite character of the movie, Hana. A transgender who wants to find the baby's parents so that this baby can be loved and have a good home life. I really like Hana herself, and quite frankly, I just really like her character. She's sad, but really happy at the same time, and honestly, my favorite character in this movie. Overall, the characters of Tokyo Godfathers is just great. I know I didn't really talk about side characters, but really there's not much to talk about without going into spoilers, and I'd rather not. Overall, great character cast, at least in my opinion. Now we get into the animation, and this animation is great. First up, just the backgrounds. They look so realistic, but at the same time still so animated. I really, really like that. And just beyond that, the detail in these backgrounds is actually really impressive, given that some anime just have them very bare-boned. No, this has a lot of detail to it, and I really like that. Now, one last thing about the animation I'll mention is the character designs. Satoshi Kon has, for me at least, very distinctive character design, and I can tell easily what a Satoshi Kon film is just by the character design, and this is no exception. I actually really like it here though, and it makes it very distinctive and unique. Personally, I just really like the animation. Madhouse did a great job with this, at least in my opinion. Next up is the music, and actually this is probably the weakest part of the movie. As much as I think it's a decent soundtrack, it's just not really, didn't do all that much for me, but again, that's just me. Not much more to comment on. Overall, I really like Tokyo Godfathers. It's a very heartwarming film that can be kind of dark at times, but not to the point where it hurts the film. It knows just the right balance between the two, with just a great character cast, great story, and great animation to boot. Overall, this is probably going to become another one of my new favorite holiday films. And while the setting only starts off with Christmas, I really just felt it was a good Christmas/holiday film. Overall, I highly recommend it. I give Tokyo Godfathers a 9 out of 10. It would have been just a tad bit higher if the music was a little better, but overall, I think it's a great film, and I give it the writer-approved seal of approval. Anyways, that's all from me. This has been Star 6 Wars 1, and I'll see you guys next time.